This is Cafe English from Venture English. Thanks for coming in. We'll be talking about topics that come up every day. Get your listening practice, new vocabulary, and even some useful idioms for your next conversation with friends or colleagues.
Hi everybody, Paul Preston here from Venture English. This is Cafe English. It's nice to see you here this week, and as you can see, I have another new hat. So this week I thought I'd talk about something that is happening around the world. I don't know how it is in your area, but it does seem like for most places around the world these days, it seems that we've entered into that second or third wave of the coronavirus pandemic. This is really tough for many of us to deal with. Maybe you're in different situations. Some of you might be locked down. Some can't go to work, or maybe you've got travel restrictions, or you can't travel from place to place. Maybe your kids had to get back out of school. There's a lot of different ways in which this new wave is showing up, manifesting itself in our lives. And these are not easy ways. It's not easy dealing with this pandemic. So there are some problems that everybody has to face. We've heard something about depression from the pandemic, or pandemic frustration, or other psychological issues related to the pandemic, related to not being able to communicate like we normally do. Zoom fatigue, too many Zoom meetings, or maybe expectations are too high from situations like Zoom, or trying to figure out how to have social distancing parties. Well, we have to do it. We don't have any choice. We really don't. And so we've got to figure out ways to survive this and hopefully grow from it. That's tough. And it's really tough now as we enter this second wave, or for some people and some places, probably a third or fourth wave. So I guess that the biggest challenge for me is being patient with it and knowing that things are going to be okay. I believe that while our normal might be a new normal, we will have a normal someday, and that someday will come. When it comes, I don't know, sooner, later, I don't know. But it will come. And so I believe that will happen, and I believe that we'll settle into our lives again. But not everybody is that optimistic. Some people really feel that this is leading us nowhere, and we don't know when it's going to end. And some people have a much more optimistic point of view. They can say, well, things will get back to normal sooner or later. Or maybe even some people believe it's normal now, so don't worry, just live a normal life. Well, I suppose each person has got to deal with this in their own way. But one of the important things about this pandemic, I think, is being aware of how you feel, and especially being aware of those negative feelings that may come up. Try to be careful, work through them. And of course, if you need to, you might even get help from a friend or from a professional, or whatever is necessary. This is a very special time, and it's getting tough again. So, the pandemic. I don't know why, but it certainly seems to be the elephant in the room for the year 2020. Elephant in the room is a good idiom to know. It refers to the big, obvious thing that's more important than anything else. Sometimes we ignore the obvious elephant in the room, But in this case, I thought I'd talk about it a little bit directly. I hope that all of you make it through this pandemic, and I hope that that the difficulties of the pandemic are not too much. And the reality also is some people will probably lose friends and family, and this is the saddest part of the whole thing. We've all got to be aware of that possibility, and we all have to be aware that people are feeling very, very intense and strong emotions about this because of the lives at stake. The lives of our family, the lives of our friends, our own lives. And so I guess that this is a really, really important time to be aware of yourself. But it's also important to be aware of other people, to be empathetic. It's a great word for this time as well. So that's all I will have to say today, I suppose, about the pandemic. Hopefully, you've heard a few good words that might become useful as you think about and talk about the situation that we're all in. So, thank you for joining me this week on Cafe English. I'm sorry it was a little bit of a dark topic, but I suppose that in the cafe we talk about whatever comes to mind, and so this is what was on my mind. So thanks for joining me. Remember, you can check out our YouTube channel for English coach or study tips. We have a new project we're working on called Just in Time English, which gives you short 1-minute explanations about grammar points in English. I think you'll find it very useful. So please check that out too. Don't forget our podcasts, 3-Minute English and Where Did That Come From? Both of it are available on Stitcher or the Apple Store or Amazon Music, etc., wherever you get your podcasts. So please check those out as well. And most importantly, go to our website, VenturEnglish.com, become a member, and take advantage of some of the things we have there for study, and also ask me a question if you have one anytime, or you'd like me to comment about something on Cafe English. So thanks so much for joining. I'll see you next week for maybe, hopefully, a little bit of a more brighter topic on Cafe English. Bye-bye, everybody.